Good morning everyone. This is Manjunath, Computer Faculty of Nalanda. Today we are going to discuss on chapter 9, that is conditional construct in Java. So first we'll discuss on conditional construct in Java. So Java provides three types of selection statement: if else and switch. So let us discuss each one in detail. The first one is the if statement. So here we will be learning the working of Java if statement. How if statement works? There are two conditions here, expression either true or false. If the test is equal to 5, that is int test is equal to 5, then it should execute the test is greater than or lesser than. Here in the true expression, test is less than 10. If this value or this expression is true, then the code will be executed and it will print you the output. In case it is false, int test is equal to 5, if test is greater than 10, if the code is executed true, it will work as true, or else it will be false. So here you can see test is less than 10, so test value is 5 is less than 10, so the first expression will be working. Now let us discuss with the program. Java if statement, class if statement. So the class name is if statement, public static void main string arguments. So here we are going to initialize the variable. So the variable is number and the value is 10, and that is been assigned to the variable number, and the data type we are using is int. Check if number is greater than 0. If the number is greater than 0, what should be the output? The output should be printing as the number is positive. For this you need to have a syntax, that is system.out.println the number is positive. If this is true, then the number is positive, else what it has to print? System.out.println. This statement is always executed. So you can see in the output screen the number is positive. This statement is always executed because here if we will have only one condition, either true or false. So this is true, so the answer is the number is printed. This statement is always executed. Let us go to the next example, that is if else statement. The if else statement of Java. So here again we will be looking on working of Java if else statement. So again two statements are here. If the test is 5, it should be true. If the test is false, it is false. Now int test is equal to 5. If the test value is less than 10, that is 5 is less than 10, body of if should work, else it has to work in other body. Expression is false. Int test is equal to 5. If test is greater than 10, the first body should work, otherwise the second body should work. Here the mechanism is you will have two conditions, either one condition you need to satisfy, either the test value is greater than or lesser than. Let us go with an example. Java if else statement. Class if else, public static void main string arguments. Public is the access specifier, void is the null value, nothing will be stored in that. Main is the main program of the segment. Check if the number is greater than 0. If number is greater than 0, system.out.println, the number is positive. It should print as number is positive. If this is not true, else system.out.println, the number is not positive. So what should be printed after this? System.out.println. This statement is always executed. This will be common to all the programs, but the main thing is the number is positive, the number is negative. If number is greater than 0, means it is positive, so the first expression will be evaluated and it will be given as true. So this is the example of if else if statement. Let us go to the next segment, that is Java switch statement. So you can see here multiple number of blocks are being initialized. So expression match case 1, matches case 2, matches case 3. So here there will be multiple number of cases. Each case will have to execute one block, and if the condition is satisfying, some statement should be printed. So here match case 1, if it is true, yes, then code block 1 should be printed. If it is not yes, then it should go to the next segment, that is no. Match case 2, If it is true, then code block 2 should be executed. If it is false, again it will go to the next segment, next block, that is match case 3. If it is true, then code block 3 should execute. So none of the case is executed, then you have to print one statement, that is default statement. Each time the execution takes place, code block 1, if it is true, it will work, or else it will go to the next block. Code block 2, if it is true, it will go to the next block. If it is false, it will go to the next block. Code block 3, if it is true, it will work, or else it will go to the next block. Next block is if none of the above 3 cases or 3 blocks are satisfying, then default code should print. This is the syntax of the Java switch statement. Let us discuss with an example. So Java switch statement, public we have not used here, only class main is used. Public static void main string arguments, again the same syntax we are using, public static void main string arguments. So in this, what we are going to do is, we are going to check the weeks. Int week is equal to 4. 4 is a value, week is a variable, int is a data type, that is primitive data type, string day. So number of days we are going to find out. Switch statement to check the days. Okay, the first one is switch week. So case 1, if you input 1, day should print as Sunday. Then you need to terminate the condition by using the break keyword, that is break semicolon, and then again second time case 2, day is equal to Monday, so break. So if you press 1, Sunday should print, break. If you press 2, Monday should print, break. If you press 3, Tuesday should print, break, and it goes on till the last condition. So the fourth condition is case 4, day is equal to Wednesday, again break, terminate the condition. Case 5, day is equal to Thursday, come out of the terminated block, that is break. Again case 6, day is equal to Friday, break. Case 7, day is equal to Saturday, break. If none of the above condition is not satisfied, I mean to say that, dear students, here 1 to 7 we have given the condition, and according to the condition the answer should be printed. What in case if I input 8? What in case if I input 9, 10, 11, 12, which I have not used in the program? If the any other number which is not programmed in the program, then what it has to print? It has to print something on the output terminal, that is default. Default means whatever the other numbers you input, it should tell you that it is invalid day and break. So this is the mechanism of switch statement. After this, you have to write system.out.println the day is. So whatever we write in the double quotes, that is a statement. So in the output terminal, this will only work as a statement. There is no calculation. Next one is plus day. This plus will invoke case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4, case 5, case 6, case 7 and default. So every time it will invoke there and it will check what was the input given by the user. So according to that it will print you the answer. In case I have inputted 5, then plus day will invoke on case 5 and it will print Thursday. In case I am inputting 7, plus day will invoke on 7, day is equal to Saturday. So Saturday will be printed. In case I am inputting some number called 20 which is not been programmed, then automatically the program should be shown as invalid days, break. So this is the Java switch statement. So here each time case 1, case 2, case 3 being used, but each time when we are using and we are separating with other case, we will use break statement. And see, you can see now the day is Wednesday. Output is the day is Wednesday, means what? I have inputted case 4, means in the output terminal I have placed the number as 4. When I input the number 4, this is the output you will be getting. So this is about switch statement. So in conditional construct Java or conditional construct statement, there are 3 things: if else and switch. Dear students, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have understood this section. In the next class, we'll take up a new chapter. Thank you so much.